major problem around here. It's
punched my hand like an asshole, broke a blood vessel.
Can you see it?
I could when I shine my light on it, but I doubt the camera would show it.
You punched it too hard.
Asshole.
Well, if only you had a ton of painkillers at the house right now.
It's when Taylor comes back, I'm gonna go take another one because my mouth started hurting. But those painkillers are great. They gave me a ton of them. I got to be careful with those.
I almost don't want to say this for fear that it makes things worse. Day 3 is considered the bad day.
Really? Well, day 2 ain't nothing. We'll see.
Yeah, I swear. This must be how other people feel when I talk about broken bones not being as bad as everyone says. Because if people don't know, Kyle's like, root canals, nothing, no big deal, not even painful. A little pain before the root canal, sure, but after the root canal, problem solved, no big deal. Wisdom teeth fucking cracking and getting pulled in a wrestling match out of your mouth. You're fine. Stop being a big
deal
about it. I honestly feel that way about broken bones and think that you can't possibly be right about teeth. This must be how it feels on the other side of when I talk.
Yeah, it just doesn't hurt when they're like doing the thing. You know, when they put that Novocaine in, when they put the shots in, Taylor was like, that doesn't hurt. That was the most painful part. I was like squeezing my thumb like this. I don't want to move, but
That's how you throw a punch.
I'm laying there like I'm like squeezing my thumb like real hard, like so I don't, because it's hurting because he's going deep and it was really swollen and inflamed and infected. Like that was the other thing. Like the gum on the part of my gum that's on the outside that like rubs against my cheek was really swollen and tender to the point where like if you touched it, it hurt. Like when
on the outside,
on the gum, not on the outside of my face. But like when she put the swab back there, I was like, she's like, that tender? I'm like, yeah. So like when he put shots into that swollen infected tissue, that to me was like a 5 out of 10. Like it took some bearing down to like take. Like I didn't like it one bit, but it wasn't as bad as my eye surgery. That was worse.
Did they do anything to make the shot less painful?
They took a swab of like some sort of
that's what hurt.
Dentist level like a numbing gel, and they put the swab between my gum and my cheek, and they left it there for like 10 minutes, like a long time and then when they injected me, another 10-15 minutes to really let it kick in and fully anesthetize. They did a really good job, I thought, with the painkillers and stuff, because when he got in there, I could tell he was going to work. Like I could hear it. Like I said earlier, it sounded like an old wooden ship creaking, and like I could hear when he would grab a chunk of tooth and squeeze it real hard, and then start. It was going. It was like splintering and crushing, and I could feel like the amount of exertion that he was using, and it was scary because I can't feel anything. So I don't know if he's just lost his mind like the dentist from the horror movie, and he's just pulling the wrong tooth or something like that.
Are you switching to twice a day now?
Nah, fuck that. These new teeth, you don't have to brush them at all.
So in between Jackie and I's colonoscopy, Colin had his wisdom teeth removed, and I think they handled him differently because he's special needs. Like, even before he got the IV in his, what is this word? I'm going to educate everybody. Antecubital fossa. Even before he got his IV in the elbow pit, they put him on what is the gas called? Nitrous oxide.
Nitrous.
Yeah.
They offered me nitrous, but I didn't want that.
Was it the money?
No, I just didn't think. First of all, man, and like I just don't think it hurts. I just don't think like dentistry is painful.
I don't want to go out. I wouldn't.
If they offered me nitrous for a cleaning, I'd be like, make it a double.
We know
I actually am going to get nitrous for the deep cleaning. So have you ever had a deep cleaning?
I've never heard of a deep cleaning.
Okay, so they're going to go under the gum,
you have to have
and they're going to
really
get
dirty teeth, like a once a day brusher. Yeah.
He's a Monday brusher. You're giving him too much credit.
Yeah, they're going to go under the gum and get all the plaque and any of the bone that has degraded and on every single tooth. So they literally numb your whole mouth. Like they're going to put a shot and they're going to put multiple shots all on every gum surface that's near a tooth, and then go in there like hardcore. There's gonna be a ton of bleeding, like not normal bleeding when they do that. So for that, I will want some laughing gas. I want to be fucked up for that.
I'd rather not.
But root
I don't
canals,
like going out.
wisdom teeth, just getting a tooth extracted, that's nothing. That's really not that painful. And I'm not nervous at all because I know it's not painful. I sat in the chair and I'm like, I've been looking forward to this. She's like, really? I was like, yeah, you're about to fix everything. I was like, it
Yeah,
hurts
of course.
now. It won't tomorrow. She's like, I guess. I'm like, what do you mean? You work here. How do you not know this? Like, I'm psyched to be here.
What a
Let's go.
terrible
You're
saleswoman.
the only customer they had that day that was psyched to be there.
I told him, I was like, do you have any like big blocks of time open? Because we could do it all. I was like, I don't mind. You could do. I was like, pull 3 teeth, root canal, like double bone graft. We could do that in 3 hours, right? And she's like, we could, but most people opt not to do that. I'm like, why? Let's do it. She's like, well, you won't be able to chew on either side. I'm like, I'm not really chewing anyway.
I
I'm eating
can nibble.
applesauce over here, lady.
Yeah.
Well,
Could
like,
you can't chew on your bad side right now, right?
I
You
wouldn't.
would use.
I'm not chewing at all. I'm eating applesauce like for the next week. I'm going to, because I'm afraid of busting a stitch open. I don't know how many stitches are in there, but it's a lot. It's because it covers 2 teeth that were side by side that I think they made an incision maybe. Like I closed my eyes throughout the process, but I think they made an incision. I don't know if the bone graft is a solid chunk of bone or if they had some sort of a bone putty. Like maybe they mixed powdered bone with some other material and
Some
then
epoxy and then just
epoxy made like an epoxy.
pasted it
I do
in
know
there.
that the most painful part was once he had done that, he like took a cotton ball on his finger and then like pulled up on the gums to like seat it and make sure it was the way he wanted, and he pulled hard like after he pulled the teeth out. That hurt.
Did you have to
That
hold your
was-
head steady like he pulled that hard? Were you like?
I was already in a position where I couldn't move my head anyway. I was like inverted with my head on that stupid little pillow. Like my neck was getting like rickety and like my I couldn't
No.
really. The way he was pulling it, it was
You were
pulling my
getting
head
cranked.
into the table rather than like away from the table. If that makes sense, the way my head was like bent backwards in the exam table. No, it's not a big deal. I don't think the dentistry's that bad.
sounds.
Especially not like just a root
horrid.
canal. A root canal's nothing.
I can't imagine. None of what you're saying about the procedure is tough to me, but eating applesauce for a week, my God! Like how are you going to handle that?
I'm not hungry. Well, see, did I eat
What's
yesterday?
that like?
I didn't eat yesterday. Like I didn't eat anything yesterday. Today I've had one, they're the individual servings of applesauce that they give kids.
Oh my God.
I've had
Mhm.
one of those today. The day before yesterday, I had one that day. So in 3 days I've had 2 cups of applesauce. The day before that,
Oh.
I had a bowl of tomato soup. And the day before that, I
Oh.
had a large Wendy's Frosty.
I could always feast. I hate that for you. I'm so sorry.
It's like he lost a loved one.
I had to freeze all my meats.
Applesauce.
I had to freeze all my meats. I had some pork chops I was going to be eating. I had to freeze those up. I've been eating a lot of pork chops lately. Been looking
When I
at
got
different ways
my
to cook
my
pork
fake
chops.
teeth, they told me not to eat for a little bit, like 2 days, like nothing solid. I left the dentist's office and went to Chick-fil-A, and I got my standard order, spicy chicken sandwich, and then a side of 10 nuggets.
Whoa.
And then
That's standard
Okay, Joe
orders.
Lozon. So when
Orders.
you're
It's
training for a fight,
pluralized.
no
that's
fries, no fries, so it's healthy. No fries.
you get the grilled
Yeah.
nuggets then.
Well, let's not get crazy.
What kind of sauce are you? What kind of sugar sauce do you dip your nuggets in?
Buffalo. It was buffalo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's actually the lowest calorie
Which is
sauce.
the lowest calorie
It's
and the
butter-based.
tastiest. Well, who's to say? And you go through there, and I remember
light.
like because your tongue remembers your teeth, your previous teeth layout so well that like when I was biting into it, I was like, I'm not chewing this right. Like I'm not chewing it right, or the chewing felt weird. Felt like I had like big like donkey teeth like coming out to reach the patty. But it all worked out. It ended up my dentist was full of shit. You can eat whatever you want.
How much
as
did
long
chompers
as-
cost?
It was like almost $8,000, I think.
What'd you get for top and front or bottom?
No, my back molars are all fake. Basically, you know that weird epoxy thing they
and yet
put
you brush
on
twice
teeth.
a day.
I brushed. Well, no, mine was for a bite thing because
You grind your teeth in your
teeth
sleep.
So
ground.
you didn't need to brush at
down.
all. You could have gone
Yeah.
no brush.
I was
Yeah,
always
you
good
think
with
about
the
it.
gums and
I
the
feel
brush.
like you were exposing a new tooth surface daily. You could have got away with not brushing.
I think my dentist was fucking with me, where he was like, "You're clearly grinding your teeth one on top of the other," and I got all these teeth are now formed with the shit they make cavities fillings out of,
Okay.
and so all these teeth on the front, like the front 8 teeth or whatever, those are made of that, and then the back 6 teeth, 3 on either side, are made of that. And it did fix my bite. But then I spoke to, I was at a party probably 3 months ago, and I spoke to a guy who was a dentist there. And I was like, oh, I'm riding with these fake teeth. And he was like, what did they do? And I'm like, they formed the shit around my teeth. And he was like, what did it cost? And I was like, it was probably almost $8,000. And he was like, you got ripped off. Like, that's crazy. I can't imagine anyone paying that much. I would never charge anyone that much for that.
What an asshole.
And I was like, what a piece of shit.
But
What a
wait,
piece
which
of
one's
shit
the
is a
asshole
dentist.
according to Kyle, and which one's the piece of shit according to Taylor?
My
Okay.
dentist is the piece of shit because clearly
both
it
are
didn't
assholes.
cost nearly as much.
We don't kn- so there could be missing factors. Maybe the party guy doesn't know that they made your teeth out of zirconium and porcelain or something like that. Maybe you used a special technique, special material. He don't know. He wasn't there. He's some drunk at a party. Might not even be a real dentite. He shouldn't have said anything. You know
Show
what
me
I
his card.
when I used to sell cars, people would be like, "Oh yeah, I just got the new Toyota." I'm like, "Oh yeah, what'd you pay?" 32 out the door. And in my head, I'm like, "Oh, they made $4,000 on you." But that's not what I say. I don't say they make $4,000 off you. I say, "Oh, good deal. That one will last a lifetime if you treat it right." You don't fucking shit on people's purchases.
Everyone who buys a
ever.
car thinks they got a deal. Everyone who's ever bought a car is like, I'm the one who beat the dealer.
Once someone makes you give people advice and even aggressive advice about
Damn it,
purchases
I was a fool
right up
twice,
until
I
they
guess.
make the purchase. But once they've done it, you don't shit on somebody's purchase. I hate that so much. If somebody, like, I just bought this new TV. If somebody were to come and be like, "Oh, you got that one?" Because for $200 more, you could have gotten this one. Fuck you! I already got this one. This is the one I love. Don't ruin the thing I love. What kind of TV do you have, cocksucker? Fuck you! I hate that. You know what? Speaking of expensive dental work, I looked at the paperwork in there once the fog left me. You know what they initially quoted me for everything?
What?
$24,000.
Oh,
Did they change the price, or are you changing your dentist? What's the plan?
Well, like I said, like what I did
He's going
yesterday
to
was
Mexico.
$1,200.
yeah.
Like it was $1,200 to get the bone graft and the extraction. It'll be another
Money
$1,200
well
on the
spent.
other side. And that, but then there's like $20,000 worth of what's all this other stuff. I'm doing that in Mexico. The part I'm doing
Oh,
in
that's still the
Mexico
plan. Okay.
is the titanium stud and the actual teeth being put in, because I know they're just ripping me off, and I know it's a third the cost in Mexico.
Do you need those teeth?
Once I have these teeth, I'll have my full bite. I'm only going to be missing 2 teeth that are important. The rest are wisdom teeth. I have 3 wisdom teeth that need to get gone, and then I have 2 important teeth that need to be replaced with 2 upper molars that need to be the back ones that need to be replaced with implants, and then I have a root canal on the bottom. And
So
that'll be
something
everything.
I was confused about when you talked about PKN. Can you do this in one trip to Mexico?
No,
2 trips.
So with 2 trips to Mexico, is it still a good idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
big time. It's like a
Okay.
third the cost.
$25,000. He's gonna have a wonderful vacation.
Yeah,
Like all
it's,
expenses paid twice.
and my understanding, I don't quite know what the so they once these bone grafts harden and fuse to my jaw, then they'll put the titanium studs into that bone, and then you wait another 3 months for that to like solidify. I don't know what happens during that 3 months. I don't think I'm just going to have a metal stud sticking out there. Maybe they put a cork on it or a fake tooth, or
They'll
like
put a cap
with
on it.
crowns, they put a temporary cap on your crown while the real
Yeah.
one like gets made. I'm guessing there's something like that.
I would think
But-
that the stud needs to be protected from chewing during the solidifying process.
I would think I need to be protected from the stud, or maybe you can
Both.
knock it askew or something. It's titanium.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
not
it's-
talking about knocking it to. If they need it to
Mhm.
settle and get strong, then it must not be strong on day one, or as strong as it will be.
Yeah, yeah. He said that the hole that they drill and the threads of the stud are far enough apart that you're not really like screwing it in like with wood. Like it doesn't cause any expansion. That it's
Mhm.
almost a loose fit, and then your tooth like heals or the bone rather heals
Mhm.
to it and like bonds to the titanium, and then they come in and they put the real tooth on the implanted tooth. But yeah, it'll be two
Oof.
trips to Mexico, I think, and it'll cost like $4,000. Like
Have
You
you
can have two
started-
full vacations.
have you put that in motion yet?
3 months before I can do that. So I've started the passport process. I'm getting going on that. That's the only
You
real.
didn't have
step
a
to do that.
passport, Wings?
The U.S. Marshals took my passport, Taylor,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
and then it expired in the interim. I was on probation, so I wasn't allowed to leave the country for several years, or the state.
oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it is. It's a real hoot.
Have you had you know how to get a passport, right? You don't need any advice. I was going to tell you.
It's changed a little bit, but yeah, I did a quick Google search. I guess you can't do it at the library anymore. I did my last one. Everything was at the
Oh.
library.
To me, it's a post office thing. So it's two things. You go to the drugstore to get your photo taken. They have specific requirements about your photo, how much of you shows. I forget if
White
it's glasses
background.
on or off, white background. I think there might be a
2 by
no
2.
smile rule. And yeah, so you
Mhm.
go to the drugstore and they'll make sure you have a proper photo for it. Then you go to the mail. I'm calling it a mailbox. Post
Post
office.
Office?
Then you go to a post office and you have your picture with you, bring your ID, and then you choose whether or not you need to pay extra to have it expedited.
Yeah, I think you need some more substantial ID than you used to as well. The last time I did it all at the library in one shot. Even the photo, I think they took maybe there
That
was a
sounds
CVS
nice.
nearby, but everything was at the library in one straight shot. I'll never forget like the aliases part. I was like, do I? No, don't fill out the aliases.
No, don't put any aliases.
I mean, I do have an alias. Don't tell them that.